because the crazy finish there last night was exactly that. It was crazy. So you got the Nuggets as Gordon knocks that one in. Just a startling game and so much to unpack coming out of it last night. As we have seen, so far 3 series in this second round have begun. The Golden State-Minnesota one starts tonight. The road team has won all 3 games. Jay Will, number 1 takeaway last night.
Mark Daigneault gave that game away. He gave that game away. Guys, I'm watching the game in the wee hours last night, and I'm watching a sideline out-of-bounds play where SGA on an inbounds gets a dunk. Not having flexibility down the stretch is going to haunt this team in game 1. Aaron Gordon goes to the free throw line. He makes those 2 free throws. Then Chet comes down. He misses 2 free throws. Then Gordon puts a dagger right into their heart the same way he did to the Clippers in game 4. Let that play out when the opposing team's best offensive player is not in the game on the sideline with 5 fouls. Oh, I was hot last night. It's
a really well-made point, and it was too lengthy to get it into the highlights, so that's why we wanted to present it to you separately here. Bobby Marks agreed, by the way, put up A54. Jay Will, you were by no means alone. Bobby tweeted, I absolutely hated fouling up 3 with 11 seconds left in the game, especially with Jokic at the scorer's tables. So it was clear how Jay just broke down for you what happened there. Up by 3, I get the strategy, up by 3 of fouling and not giving up the 3 to tie, but you don't have to do it that quickly, and you have to notice that Jokic is not in the game.
You do. Now, Daigneault, after the game, did talk about how that's their philosophy. This is what they do. They stay with it. Of course, like all coaches do, he says, we'll take a look at it and see if we should make any adjustments. The adjustment obviously is it's always look on the court and see who's out there. It's not just time score situation. It's also who's on the floor, how many timeouts do they have. And
that's just a choke. I don't mean to be mean, but that's just a choke. He misses those 2 free throws. But when the Thunder lose, and they've lost in some high leverage situations over the last year, their offense tends to abandon them because while Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is about to win the MVP, their go-to players they're a little short on that. And what happened in this game, they got up 11 points with about 4 minutes left, 9 or 11 points. Jokic hit the gas because that's what he can do. Sometimes you play great defense on him and you score. And the Thunder quit scoring. They went 1 of 8 after getting up by 11 and then had those missed free throws. They're a little fragile that way when they absolutely need to score. I trust them to get stops more than I trust them to score under pressure. Maybe I'll change my mind over the next 6 weeks, but that is their weak spot, and that came home in this game.
Bear in mind, this is a Nuggets team, I'll remind you, that fired their coach and their general manager with 3 games remaining in the regular season. Felt like they were just in total turmoil, and instead, here they are. They win a tough first-round series against a good Clipper team, and now they're up 1-0 against the best team in the West, and it sets up my favorite statistic of the day. Here's the one you're going to take with you all day long, I promise. A52, please. The Nuggets head coach is David Adelman. He now has more playoff wins than regular season wins in his head coaching career. He is the first
67% more.
First head coach to have more playoff wins than regular season wins at any point in a career in NBA history. That is my favorite statistic of the day. Yeah, Jay. Yeah.
I can tell you what helps with that. I mean, whenever Nikola Jokic holds a parent-teacher conference like he did last night with Holmgren and Hartenstein, I mean, come on. Come on.
Well, when he runs the huddle, too. He ran a huddle once.
Top-seeded Thunder. All right, we have a comeback of our own here with Brian Windhorst. Battle of MVP candidates, Windy. How did Jokic get the better of SGA in round 1?
Well, I felt SGA played really well, including in the fourth quarter, but down the stretch, and this has been when the Thunder have had losses, it's been when their offense has let them down. They got an 11-point lead with 4 minutes to go on a Shai Gilgeous-Alexander basket, and then they went 1 of 8. And you just can't do that against Denver because Jokic, especially when he's on, keeps scoring. As good of a defense as the Thunder have, they don't have an antidote for Jokic, especially when he's got that outside shot on like he had down the stretch of this game. There was also some tactical decisions that the Thunder may regret, fouling a little bit too early and leaving the Nuggets time. And always, when there's a comeback in the NBA, and this is without fail, guys, there's always a missed free throw or 2. And the Chet Holmgren misses were crucial in allowing the door to be open. But the margin for error against Jokic when he's playing well like he is right now is very small. And the Thunder just learned that lesson.
And playing at a historic level for Jokic, third player with 40 and 20 in this series opener. Wilt and Shaq are the others. That's Brian Windhorst. Game 2 tomorrow night in OKC.
The road to a very well-rested Oklahoma City Thunder team. Haven't had the hoop in 8 days. Aaron Gordon makes 2 free throws. The Nuggets are within 1. Chet Gordon hits another game winner, this one a little bit further away than the one he flushed at the cup against the Clippers, but 121-119 is your final as Alan is back with us. So Gordon, of course, he is the hero, but shocker, Nikola Jokic makes history again. The 4th player with a 40, 20, and 5 playoff game. What did you see from him specifically, Alan?
Oh, determination, which what we've really seen this from him late in the season, especially in the playoffs as well. He tends to be stoic a lot of the times, but there was an extra emotion in him. 3rd quarter, he really was looking for fouls. He was getting frustrated with the officiating, started playing through it. At one point, it was like he had 28 points. Then you look up, it's like he had 40? Like, when did he get to 40? It just happens so quick. He dominates the game, and his teammates feed off of him. He makes the big 3, which really gives you that feeling that they can get this game. And missing those 2 free throws, that's a young team, Chet Holmgren, missing those 2 free throws, again, just like with the Knicks situation, you leave the door open for a veteran team with championship pedigree. They're going to take it. And last but not least, when was the last time a guy had a game winner on a dunk and then a game winner on a 3-point shot in the same playoffs? Can we look that up, please?
Aaron Gordon going to be the answer to that trivia question. I got a quick follow-up for you. Which home team that lost in Game 1, not expected to lose in their Game 1, do you see bounce back in a bigger way, the Thunder or the Celtics?
Wow, both. Can I give both, or is that a cop-out?
Yeah,
because I do feel like
you make the rules.
Yeah, I do feel like both these teams will bounce back.
Yeah.
But especially the Celtics, because I think they're going to keep jacking up threes and they're not going to hesitate.
Yeah, it was funny because the Celtics took 63 threes in a regular season game against the Oklahoma City Thunder. They only hit 20 of those. So look at that Venn diagram closing in on everybody. Wow. Alan Hahn, much